Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Mixed martial arts, more commonly known as MMA, is a contact sport that allows a variety of fighting techniques, such as grappling, kicking, and punching. The Ultimate Fighting Championship, or UFC, is a part of mixed martial arts, or MMA. The first UFC fight was created in 1993 in Nevada, Colorado, United States. The fighters competing are not only dominated by those from the United States, but also include Muslim fighters. In fact, several MMA fighters who were non-Muslims eventually chose to convert to Islam. In this video, we will discuss the brief stories of 5 MMA fighters who chose to embrace Islam. May the journey of someone finding Allah's guidance be a lesson and a fortress of our faith. Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee is an American mixed martial arts (MMA) fighter who has decided to become a convert to Islam and has recently garnered widespread attention. In a recent online discussion, Kevin referred to Islam as a religion filled with a sense of brotherhood, or commonly known as Ukhuwah Islamiyah. With a tone of happiness, he mentioned that he has found a strong brotherhood among fellow Muslims. Kevin Lee is currently 30 years old and is a martial arts athlete involved in the Eagle Fight Championship, EFC. EFC is a fighting organization owned by the legendary former UFC athlete Khabib Nurmagomedov. Kevin Lee is considered a brutal fighter in the MMA scene with a foundation in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Regarding his conversion to Islam, he decided to embrace Islam 2 years ago, in 2022, and what motivates him most to continue nurturing his Islamic faith is the Brotherhood of Islam, or Ukhuwah Islamiyah. I have a child now. I want to be a better person. That's why I entered Islam. I am now a Muslim. Here I feel the vast strength of Islamic brotherhood. The more I meet Muslims, the more I am accepted and the more brothers I have, said Kevin. Vilhelm Ot. Wilhelm Ot is a professional MMA fighter from Austria, born on June 19, 1982. Vilhelm Ot is known as one of the fierce fighters who often knocks out his opponents in battle. Not only that, with a muscular body covered in tattoos, his appearance intimidates many people. Vilhelm Ot became a Muslim after converting to Islam on April 16, 2020. He chose to become a Muslim because he found peace while delving into the teachings of Islam. In 2016, Vilhelm Ot began to learn about Islam from his colleagues. At that time, he started to learn how to pray and began to delve into Islam, which has now become his way of life. However, his journey to becoming a Muslim in a country where Islam is a minority was not easy. Initially, he was often shunned by many people in his community. But Wilhelm did not worry. He remained determined to continue deepening his understanding of Islam. Gradually, after being properly explained about the true nature of Islam, Wilhelm began to be accepted again by his community. Together with his small family, Wilhelm continues to study Islam and feels an increasing sense of happiness after his conversion. Pereira. Alex Pereira is a Brazilian mixed martial arts (MMA) fighter who has become the new middleweight champion of the Ultimate Fighting Championship (UFC). This fighter, whose full name is Alexandre Pereira, hails from São Paulo, Brazil, and was born on July 7, 1987, holding Brazilian nationality. Alex Pereira decided to convert to Islam in 2015 and now embraces the Islamic faith. His decision to become a Muslim was due to finding mental peace and improving his character. Alex Pereira's journey to finding guidance began after he read several books about Islam. Then, Pereira decided to meet with the Brazilian Muslim Federation to discover the true message of Islam, the humanitarian values within it, and various other technical matters. Alex Pereira, who was at that time preparing to defend his world champion title at the Dubai World Cup 2015, admits to finding another strength in the psychological and spiritual aspects that complement his physical strength. He acknowledges that this condition is an implication of a new project by the Brazilian Muslim Federation titled Muslim for Peace. The project is disseminated to all circles to become familiar with the teachings of Islamic values in daily activities. This campaign focuses on showing the public that there are no barriers to becoming a Muslim so that they can share their experiences about Islam with others truthfully, revealed Sheikh Khaled Taqi El-Din, Imam of the High Council of the Brazilian Muslim Federation. Said Sowma. Said Sowma is an MMA fighter originating from Suriname, a country in South America. Currently, Said Sowma resides in Coconut Creek, Florida, USA. At 28 years old, Said Sowma admits to studying various religions to find his true belief. Said Sowma also confesses that he began exploring different religions since high school, and he was unaware of Islam at that time. This MMA fighter befriended Ali, who is a Muslim. From Ali, Said Sowma received enlightenment on his spiritual journey to discovering Islam. Said Sowma acknowledges that he studied Islam seriously with Ali, who patiently provided enlightenment. Eventually, this MMA fighter firmly took the SHAHADA in a mosque in Florida. Islam is interesting, yes, very interesting to me. I became interested in Islam. There's a lot of science in life that also drives me, said Said Sowma. Said Sowma promises to keep himself steadfast in strengthening his heart and perfecting his Islam. Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is a former MMA fighter and influencer, full name Emory Andrew Tate III. He was born in Washington, United States on December 14, 1986. He is the son of Emory Tate, an international chess master. Initially, Tate also ventured into the world of chess from the age of 5 and participated in adult tournaments as a child. However, in 2005, Tate switched careers to become a kickboxing and MMA athlete in England. He was considered a successful kickboxing athlete in his time. Andrew Tate, who is now 36 years old, became popular on social media when he announced his conversion to Islam and called on every Christian who believes in goodness and understands the true fight against evil to convert to Islam. Currently, Andrew Tate is being cornered by many parties. The holder of 4 world kickboxing champion belts is being detained for legal investigation. Pros and cons then hit Andrew hard. This is not unrelated to the accusations of 3 legal violations at once that afflict him. First, the accusation of establishing a criminal organization. Second, human trafficking. And third, rape. Of course, these accusations make the public, especially among Muslims who know Andrew, frown. This is because the 36-year-old figure once claimed to have pronounced the 2 SHAHADA sentences, alias becoming a convert. At the end of 2 years ago, precisely in October 2022, Andrew declared himself a Muslim after converting to Islam and announced his new name as Abu Tate. A video of him performing congregational prayers in a mosque in Dubai immediately attracted the attention of the online world. Both the Muslim community and individuals on various social media platforms welcomed Andrew's arrival to Islam. However, the legal issues that afflicted him last year after becoming a convert seemed to be a trial for him. Not a few parties then doubted whether Andrew had truly become a convert, considering the 3 legal violations attributed to him are quite serious. However, when declaring himself a convert, Andrew repeatedly appeared serious with his words. Only Allah is all-knowing of everything. May these stories serve as a lesson for us all and become a fortress of faith for the true Muslim community. I hope this video is beneficial, and see you in the next one. Peace be upon you, and Allah's mercy and blessings.